Look at the picture. See the skull. Visible Frankenstein controls. The Brain Thoughts broadcasting radio. The Frankenstein earphone radio. The latest new skull reforming to contain all Frankenstein controls.
Welcome back to Frankenstein Control. My pants is crunchy.
Your pants is crunchy.
Oh, it's got something in them.
Oh.
Something crunchy?
And fizzy.
If you take your pants off, are they able to stand up right by themselves?
Trust me on this one. It's better off that we don't. Have you ever seen Wallace and Gromit, The Wrong Trousers?
Probably.
It's a lot like that.
Ah. That's a horrible thing to have happen to you.
It's fine. I could go with some mechanized pants. That'd be pretty cool. What up, everybody? It's Frankenstein Control time once again.
Once more into the breach.
Once more into the reach around. We are here to dole out the entertaining things, I guess. My name is Taylor. To my left is Ada.
I'm Ada, and I am a worm.
And to the worm of me, as always, is B.I.
I am B-Rai. I am some manner of winged Phyrexian horror.
Phyrexian, like from Magic the Gathering?
That was a descriptor that I saw on an image of an Aracuda, the enemy from Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, they're really horrible looking.
Yeah, they're like weird frog boys that fly. And
do you ever see them sleep?
No.
They'll just like hang on a like a cliff face or upside down like a bat on a
like a tree or something?
Yeah. It's very strange when you see them sleeping like that.
I didn't know they do sleep.
Yeah, I've only seen it a couple times, but it's like, what the fuck?
do all the enemies in this game have a sleep animation?
Lizalfos don't. They don't sleep.
Oh.
The closest thing they have
they sleep with one eye open.
Yeah, is they'll crouch down and turn on their camouflage, and it seems like they're a lot less what's the word?
Burn.
A lot less easily spooked. So you can sneak up on them better.
Oh, okay.
So
even
it's not as bad as like sleeping, where something has to be like, but
it serves the same function player-wise as a sleeping dopey enemy who's just sleeping like a big moron.
Yeah.
You just walk up to him and
stab him in the face.
You can give him the big stab.
Yeah.
You could give him the big old dab.
This is all to say and segue into the inevitable that we have, all three of us now have Tears of the Kingdom frame of references because I started playing finally.
Oh my god. Hell yeah.
It's been fun, and it's given me a lot of, so like way back when I described
I thought you were about to be like, it's giving me a lot to think about.
It's giving me a lot to think about. No, actually you don't have to think too much in that game. Well, that's a lie, because you got to do all them puzzles and the shrines. The puzzles are less infuriating this time around.
Yes.
I've noticed that. They suck a lot less and are a lot less rage-inducing.
The shrines seem to be the thing that everybody was bitching about in the last game. Raise his hand. Never played it. Never played Breath of the Wild, lol. But in Tears of the Kingdom, all the puzzles, like, they go from, like, Baby Dum Dum to, that was actually kind of challenging and fun. I'm proud that I got that on my own. Hooray. And not like, oh, thank God it's done.
They also put in a lot of ways that dum-dums like me can brute force it. And like I do not, despite the fact that both of my parents were software engineers, I do not have an engineer's brain, which is why I am poor. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to engineer complex things here. I just want to whack things with a stick and move a door.
I've gotten to that a few times in some of the shrines in this game. Just like, I'll reach a puzzle point and be like, I don't get it. Fuck this rocket shield. And generally that wins.
Yep.
But most of the time I go into a place, I see like, okay, they clearly got something going on here. I want to follow the rules on this one because it'll probably lead to something fun.
Yeah.
And generally it does. But then sometimes I'm like, I got no idea what the fuck they want me to do here. And so I just whip up. But then that's why this game is so great, because you have so many options to jerry-rig something real fucking ratchet and just fucking get going. Just solve the puzzle by strapping a fucking balloon to a shield, or, solve the puzzle by doing absolutely the wrong thing, and somehow you failed upwards and you win. Like, that's why I like the puzzles a lot in this game.
One of the things I like about the puzzles is that it gives you you can tell that they're all to give you an idea of what is possible with the various devices, to get you accustomed to how they work and what you could do with them, to give you fun ideas on your own out in the world to fuck around with them just for fun, as is the point of the entire game. So I appreciate them in that respect. They actually function very well as tutorials.
Yeah. And good on them for doing that. Because like, there have been a number of times when I go into a shrine and I'm like, oh, fuck, you can do that? Mm-hmm. Oh! And then I, started using it in the real world.
Yeah.
The one that comes to mind most is there was this one dark maze. And they're like, all the lights are out, motherfucker. And I'm like, And then there was like a block or something in there I could pick up. And I was like, And I threw a bright bud on it. And I could just pick it up. And I could move the bright bud.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, why haven't I been doing this? And so after at that point, every time I go in the depths, I make my light cycle and I fucking throw a bright bud on it.
Nice.
A big bright bud. And it just lights the whole area up no matter where I go. I don't have to continually throw bright buds
That's
everywhere.
fucking great.
It's great. This game has lots of thousands of, if not millions, of tiny opportunities to let you solve tiny little problems your own way.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's a lot of fun.
I keep so way back when I was describing Joe Pera, when I had first discovered that, I was talking about how sometimes Joe Pera would give me unease, like, because nothing bad happens on Joe Pera.
Yeah.
But like,
it sets up like it will.
I'm so conditioned by other things that are like, that, to expect some shoe to drop when he's out, some horrible social situation to unfold, some terrible thing to happen, but nothing happens because it's fun and it's nice. Yeah. And like, a lot of the ways the exploration in Tears of the Kingdom is similar to Elden Ring is giving me a little bit of that unease, because I'm like so used to, like, oh God, I can't let that group of enemies see me or they'll whip my ass. And I'm just like, oh God, wait, I just killed them. Oh, this isn't an infuriating cycle of frustration here. I don't have to be like, I don't have to fight for every square inch of ground here as I make my little stop and smell the roses exploration here. This isn't going to grind me down.
Yeah. Just wait till you get to your first silver Lionel.
Oh, yeah, I avoid Lionels like the plague. If I see a Lionel, I'm like, I don't want anything in that direction.
Until you learn how to fight Lionels, and then eventually you're just at the point that I'm at in the game where I'm like, bring it on!
Yeah.
Like, I now every Blood Moon, I make that journey down to the Colosseum with the 5 of them down there. And I'm just like, let's go, boys! I want some more of them multi-shot bows. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, it's... Once you get how to fight them, like, their patterns don't change.
Yeah, the way you fight them is basically using flurry rushes, where if you dodge at a certain certain time
perfect
in their attack,
dodge,
then you can just go and
wail on them real fast.
Yeah.
You know what? This is exactly what I'm talking about for finding your own little solutions for things. Mm-hmm. I fucking suck at dodging. Like, I'm horrible at it. I'm just the worst. I am terrible. But what I am pretty good at is knowing when he stands his head fucking still, and I just headshot him, mount him, hit him over and over, jump, slow motion, hit him in the head again, and just get him caught in a mount loop. And that means I don't get to damage my weapons at all.
Nice.
So, like, it's just, you're fucked, buddy. Yeah. Sorry.
Press A to mount.
The only thing that gives me pause now is when the Lionels have the big goofy armor, the big armor on. That's when it's a little troublesome. And when all of my not learning how to dodge good comes to roost. Oh, boy.
I was making my way around Hyrule Field one of the first times I made it down to the surface, and I was, like, fighting a boss Bokoblin, and I was like, I might be punching a little bit of this is very early in the game. I really hadn't, like, gotten that many more hearts and whatnot, or I had, like, almost no food on me. I didn't know much of the mechanics, and I was like, I might be punching above my belt level here. I don't know. I might have picked a fight I can't finish. And then one of his minions knocked me down, and then lightning struck the big guy's sword and killed him for me. And it also killed all of his minions too. And I was like, oh boy, this is great.
Yeah, lightning. I fucking hate lightning a lot. I just do.
Mm-hmm.
I just fucking hate lightning. I hate how it instantly kills you. It's the worst.
You can get a helm that makes you immune to it.
Immune to it?
Yeah.
What's the helmet?
It was something from the first game.
Does it look like a circle with a bunch of lightning bolts on it? I saw somebody in a video have that.
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of cool looking.
Yeah. If you get the full Yiga armor and do that whole quest where you go to their base, there's a guy that's like tries to put you through like the paces through like this training thing.
Oh,
And,
like you disguise yourself as a Yiga.
Yeah.
Oh, and so you see the head Yiga in charge.
Yes. And if you jump through all of his hoops, he'll give it to you.
Oh.
And what it is a replica of a like ancient Gerudo artifact that you use in the first game.
Oh, okay. Speaking of Gerudos, I went on like possibly one of the more obnoxious side quests, where this lady is like,
The orbs?
yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, if only I could read more of these slates. And then they're like 5 feet away from her, and you're like,
Yeah.
all right. And then you do it, and then you give her the pictures. She's like, thanks for the pictures, Spider-Man. I mean, wait, no, the pictures of Spider-Man. And then she's like, cool, awesome. Now find me 7 orbs. Where are they? Most of them are scattered around town, but some of them are locked behind a hide-and-seek game and going to a bazaar and finding a man in a cave. And it's just like, oh my God. Like, I know you're supposed to probably do this kind of spread out, I suppose.
I
that was their
found-
intention, at least.
I had found a bunch of them before I even met her. Like I knew where like 3 of them were.
Yeah. I looked up a video. That kind of shit doesn't entertain me.
Yeah.
I'm generally if I'm here, I want to do the thing. Like, I'm not you're supposed to complete it intermittently throughout your journey. Horse shit. Fuck off. I'm doing the thing because I'm here now, and I'm probably not going to be here later.
No.
I want to do the thing now. And so
I absolutely get quest focused. I'm like, I want to do this now. Like, I want to knock this out while I'm thinking about it and get the fucking thing.
Because I'm going to fucking forget. I'm going to fucking forget. I don't care if you gave me a nice quest log. I'm going to forget.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that kind of stuff kind of wears. But, like, so is... that so must be the way of certain things in this kind of a game where you could just do anything at any time no matter what. I've yet to set foot in Hyrule Castle, even though literally it's accessible at any given point of day.
Yeah.
You could just go there,
Yeah.
and the whole time I'm just looking at that being like, what is that impossible thing in the center? I can't go there.
I fucked around in there and got the Royal Guard armor because I wanted a good starting set that was better than the Hylian armor that you could buy right away. And I was like, this is accessible early on. It looks like it gives me good vibes of the Dalinar Kholein's army uniform from the Stormlight Archive books.
Ah, okay.
And so I can be a little windrunner here and fly around.
I mean, there is an armor that lets you fly around.
Well, yeah, that's the X Games wingsuit.
The Hawlucha armor. I knew you'd laugh.
Yeah. Hawlucha is a Pokemon.
Ah, okay.
He looks like a little hawk mixed with a luchador.
Oh, I know him. He's funny.
Yeah,
he's cool. I
he's
like
goofy.
him.
I like him. We like Hawlucha here. Here at Frankenstein Control, we support Hawlucha.
We holla for Hawlucha.
Oh!
Well, I want to take a quick minute to pivot to talk about a different game that we actually just finished. We beat the story mode in, but we had so much fun since last we spoke.
Strunkle's Revenge. Oh, Yakuza?
Yakuza 0, yes. We beat the story for the first time.
Boy.
Hey, boy! Oh, boy! So when you're playing as Majima, who is the second protagonist that you get control of, he's like the famous guy from the series with the eye patch. Yeah, he's that guy. Well, he's one of the secondary protagonists in Yakuza 0, and he's one of the more fun people to play as. You like tool around Osaka with him,
Right.
And because you're trying to make money for the mafia, you're running a host club or a hostess club, basically, which is diet pimping. And
I mean, it's true, but
Diet Pimp.
there is a
Diet Mr. Pimp.
Diet Mr. Pimp, Dr. Pimper. there is like a really like complex and fun mini game to run the thing, and like the girls that you can recruit. So you can. I got to start this quest or this story from the beginning. So I've been obviously in and out while Alyssa plays Yakuza. I'm like fucking around doing other things.
Yeah. Doing other shit.
And she was doing a side quest where Majimo's talking to this old lady with like dyed purple hair, and she's wearing like a cheetah pattern, like a print sweatshirt.
Yeah,
I saw a lady that looked like that at Home Depot.
You see him a lot. But she's just a character in the side quest, and she's also like viciously roasting Majima the entire time. It's really fucking funny. Well, much later on, Alyssa's doing the thing where she's running the host club. Mm-hmm. And I look up from the screen, and like you have like a panel of all the girls in your deck, basically, that you're.
Oh my god, this is fucking Geralt cards all over again.
It's not quite that bad.
This is Witcher 3 fuck cards.
Oh, it's nowhere near as, this is blasphemy to say it to some people depending on who you ask, but it's nowhere near as fucking boring as Gwent.
Oh.
But. I looked up and I noticed amongst the rank of amongst the girls that she's on got working, because you can collect a whole bunch of them and you can only have like 6 working at once or something.
Oh, okay.
And I noticed amongst her girls the fucking granny with the cheetah sweatshirt on, and I was like, "Is that the granny from that quest, that side quest you were just doing, who was like roasting you?" And she's like, "Yeah." Turns out, like when you do a lot of the side quests, a lot, not all of them, but a good number of the female NPCs from the various side quests can be like also recruited as club girls, and a lot of them, they're like the top tier girls. You can like give full on. Like extensive makeovers that are like with hair, makeup, buy outfits for them. It's like more detailed than a lot of games character creators.
This sounds like Dead or Alive beach volleyball.
It's
like, because you could buy accessories and gifts for the girls.
Yeah.
In the game.
Yeah. Well, like, and you can also, and the girls have stats, and you can level them up, and like you like level up their abilities, and they each have like a skill that's like high in one area, and like the customers who come to the host club will be like, I want this kind of girl, and you have to match the girl with with the highest skill set that person's looking for.
Yeah.
And you also have to defeat several other host clubs in the area.
You guys are watching.
It's literally that. There's like, you periodically get like gate crashed by these like this gang of 5 assholes who run other host clubs, and are like, Majima, we just came by to dunk on you and mock your shitty little club. And he's like, wow, I'm gonna target your customers, and you have to like. Each of the other nightclub owners, their club specializes with a certain type of girl, so you have to like train your girls in that skill to like steal customers from them, and eventually you have a face-off against that boss, and like you can like defeat them basically.
You have a dance-off?
The goal, sometimes it ends in fisticuffs, but
violence.
You have to. Basically challenge and defeat all 5 other nightclub owners, basically, and
it became Scott Pilgrim very quickly.
Yes, and you usually steal their bottom bitch in the process.
Oh my goodness!
Usually the guys show up with like their like head like henchwoman in charge, who's like their number 1 girl at their club, and like they usually end up working for you as in your club when you defeat that rival and like the club off.
So Yakuza 0 is actually just like a fucking hostess club Monopoly game.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is occasionally interrupted by martial arts battles and shootouts
and clowns.
I don't
shrine
know how anybody I don't know how anybody even like considered Shenmue 3 ever when the Yakuza series exists, because Yakuza just sounds to me like if a literal fucking crazy person wasn't in charge of Shenmue.
Mm-hmm.
What is Shenmue?
Shenmue is Yakuza 0. Shenmue is a game that came out on the Dreamcast. That was like one of those you could do anything kind of games.
You could do a limited amount.
You could do a limited amount of things, and all of them are boring. But also, there's martial arts battles, except those are boring too. Everything's boring. I don't understand how Shenmue got the popularity it did. I am actively calling out anybody who played Shenmue. You're dumb. You're a pretentious asshole. That's all there is to it. Shut up, stupid. Oh no, we lost a subscriber. One of them actually played Shenmue.
That was Shenmue.
Oh no! No, wait, no, Shamu was a typo.
I was gonna say, wasn't Shenmue that whale was in Free Willy and then died?
Well, they got plenty of whales to fund Shenmue 3, I'll tell you that much. That game was crowdfunded. The tragedy of Shenmue, but the success story of Yakuza.
It's a balls to the wall hilarious game that manages to both be like a serious organized crime gritty tale and also hilarious goof around times and digital tourism in Japan in the 80s.
Digital tourism. Japan.
Oh, like the one of the girls at the nightclub. So like I mentioned, like Lissa was doing like that mini game and like the crane game arcade thing, and like was doing really good at it. And like there's a quest where you get this little girl a bunch of like dolls that she asks for.
Okay.
And eventually, like the little girl is like, "I'm sad because my mom was being threatened by loan sharks." And then you go to where that's happening and beat up the loan sharks.
Oh, that's
and
good.
then the mom is a recruitable cabaret girl.
Oh my god.
And so she just has Doll Girl's mom working at the cabaret club too.
Oh my goodness. You basically just recruited every female in Japan.
Yep.
Just every one of them works for you now.
Yep.
Only a couple of them ain't in there, and they all fucked off to be in Persona 5.
Yep.
Well, shit, that game does sound pretty fun. Unfortunately, I got too many games on my to-do list right now.
Yeah.
Because after I finish Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Wild, Breath of the Kingdom, it smells like orange Tic Tacs. After I finish Breath of the Fing Fong, I'm going to play Subnautica because I've been itching for it. The depths just make me think of Subnautica.
Yeah.
And these, like, a crazy set of mods came out since the last time I played it, and I want to try those out. But after I'm done with that, Baldur's Gate 3, baby. We're playing Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fuck a bear or whatever it is you can do in that game.
It's a D&D game. Like, it's literally a D&D game. Like, there's tieflings.
You can do anything.
I mean, you can't... They never said that. And instead, they're just like, you can do a lot.
Yeah.
You can do all kinds of fun stuff. Everybody I've seen is, like, saying nothing but praises about this fucking game. And they're like, if you like Dragon Age Origins, you'll like Baldur's Gate 3. And I'm like, oh, really? Dragon Age Origins, huh? And then, like, inside, I'm like, I'm super happy because I fucking love that. It is.
What makes it worse?
Because it's janky.
It's janky and arcade-like. And
Well, not arcade-like, more just archaic. Like, there's
Yeah.
lots of dated things about it, but that's only if you play it on the console. If you're playing on the PC, where you can control all the characters on the field easily, all in tandem, it becomes this fun game of, like, micromanaging who does what at all times. You're just like, ha ha ha, I'm the battle master! And it's a great feeling, and I'm hoping to get that same feeling with Baldur's Gate. And also fuck a bear. And also there are sex scenes. And also you can have a dick girl if you want. I mean, I don't know. It depends. Depends on what I'm in the mood for, really, when I'm character creating.
can you have a dick bear?
You can't. I don't know if you can have a dick bear. But wouldn't it be wonderful if you could? But yeah, you can have, as as Stephanie Sterling once said, you can have a non-binary half-elf dick girl. 10 out of 10.
That's pretty. That is the freedom I want to see from these games.
Yeah, and like it's basically the cyberpunk treatment,
Nice.
but like
Well done. Not
well done.
slapdash and shitty.
not slapped together like I don't know, like a slapped together thing. I don't know. Stuff are good. The not Baldur's Gate.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Hate playing Cyberpunk is like the main thing Lisa will do of an evening.
And you can change the size of your boobies and your dickies. It's pretty great. So, excited for that.
How puffy can you make the nipples?
I don't know, if I'm being honest. And honestly, also, another reason why I'm playing Subnautica in between Tears of the Kingdom and Baldur's Gate is that I can give the modders some time to do other stuff.
Yeah.
Because who knows what wacky shit they'll come up with.
Yeah.
You can always depend on modders to do something good.
Yeah.
So ideally also that by the time I get done with, get bored with Subnautica and then play Baldur's Gate, when I'm done with Baldur's Gate, Starfield will be out. And hopefully it'll be out a while so that people will have made mods that fix all the problems that Bethesda didn't bother to fix.
Yeah. Yep. Isn't that going to be an Xbox exclusive, though?
Is it? It's going to be on PC. That'd be ridiculous if it was just on Xbox.
So I think
it just won't be on PS Fizzle.
I think the fucking problem is that it probably will be on PC.
It won't be on PS Fifle Goes West.
Yeah.
It'll only be on
that's
the
one I
Xbox,
got.
and her name is Sony.
But I
You
don't.
got a PC, you chump. You can play it on that.
I have a laptop.
What happened to your PC? We built
It's
you one.
ancient. It's
Oh,
over 10 years old at this point.
Oh fuck! I forgot about that.
Passage of time got me once again.
No,
Yep.
crikey. Oh, it'll come out on.
It'll be out eventually.
All those
they always
fucking
do.
exclusive games under the really big companies, they're exclusive for like half
2 or
a
3
year.
years, yeah. Back at them, and then you get the Game of the Year edition with all the DLC and all the patches and all the shit that
So
went wrong
basically,
fixed.
You're
so.
getting the better end of the deal at the end of the day.
Basically, it
because
makes
you didn't buy it up front because that's just how games work now.
Yep. I play it down the line when it's patched and fixed, and in the meantime, I just play Skyrim again, which is what I'm going to go back to after I get bored with Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the developers.
Yep.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the clock, the cuckoo clock, the cuckoo. How do you pronounce the chickens in Zelda? Do you call them cuckoos or cuckoos?
I always call them
I
cuckoos.
usually say cuckoos.
I always called them cuckoos because that's how it's spelt.
Yeah, either one's fine.
Yeah. Well,
I just don't
the
wanna-
connotation of the fact that it sounds like cuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just don't want to insult the chickens.
Although the chickens do like it when Link fucks their wives. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Now even you know I am a menace. I hand you the secrets to save the entire human race and the entire universe.